Hey guys, I'm John.
And I'm Jim.
We're the Gas Bros, and this is Gas Bro Tours.
We're in Knoxville, Tennessee today at the Knox Brew Hub.
And we're gonna have a nice beer and a good sandwich and a great conversation with the owner and operator, Zack Roskop. Why don't you guys come and join us? What is Knox Brew Hub?
So it sounds a little bit, I sound like a jerk when I say this, but the short answer is it's a hub for Knoxville beer.
Okay.
And I know it obviously is more to it than that, but we try to keep things simple to a certain extent. You know, with Knox Brew Tours, people all the time would look at the bus and say, Knox Brew Tours, what do you guys do? Like, we give tours of breweries in Knoxville. And so we kind of wanted, that's the short answer. That's the foundation of who we are here at Knox Brew Hub, is that we want to be a visitor center, if you will, a culmination, a point in which you can enjoy or learn more about Knoxville beer and all the beer that Knoxville has to offer. I'm excited about seeing what possibilities are for these two businesses to run together in tandem as the literal hub for Knox Brew Tours and sort of a figurative hub for Knoxville beer.
So what made you decide to open up Knox Brew Hub, this brick and mortar business, during a global pandemic?
Short answer is that the opportunity presented itself.
Okay.
Full confession, there was never a plan to have a brick and mortar location. There was never a plan to have a craft beer bar. It was always Knox Brew Tours through and through. That was going to be it. And when COVID happened, I was trying to figure out what my next steps were, what we were going to do next. We thankfully had a very, very positive relationship with the previous tenant here, because this was our pickup drop-off location for the tour company.
Okay.
And they had told me months in advance, almost a year in advance, that they were not intending to renew their lease in the space. And at that point, I kind of looked into it a little bit, and it just seemed unattainable. These four things need to happen in a very specific way that's very unlikely for this to take place. I'm not even kidding, guys. In like 14 days, it went from, wouldn't that be funny, to, holy crap, I own a bar.
The hub is kind of this center for craft beer.
Yeah, sure.
What else? What else is the hub? You're kind of the center right now. How do you see that panning out in the future?
Yeah.
Like your vision, I guess.
The vision. So, love that, because honestly, there's about 1,000 things that I want to do and hope we'll be able to do one day. And so that's an easy answer for me. One thing that we're seeing as a trend in the craft beer world is more craft beverages outside of beer, such as seltzers, ciders, kombuchas, so on and so forth. So one of the things that we want to also do is to not just be a hub for beer, but to be a hub for all craft beverages. So while we have 22 drafts, 22 taps on draft, we also have a cider and a seltzer cooler, a kombucha cooler, a cooler full of non-alcoholic beverages, which we're seeing a rise in that as well. And so we want to be a hub for those things that embody the same spirit as craft beer as well. We also are now launching a sub shop Tuesday through Saturday, every day for lunch. We think that a kick-ass sandwich, whether you like it hot or cold, goes wonderfully with a beer. So yes. We naturally are calling it Knox Brew Subs.
Knox Brew Subs.
I love it.
That's great.
I love it.
I'm gonna sneak on that. Yeah, that's delicious.
Yeah, the meat's hot, veggies are cold and crunchy, bread's nice and soft.
Oh yeah. I see why you put the paper down too.
And that is the Bang Bang Turkey.
All right, here we go. Bang Bang.
Bang Bang Turkey.
Bang Bang Turkey.
You're getting a little crunch from that pickled onions.
I'm gonna need a minute alone with this sandwich. Holy crap! So good. The heat in the bang bang sauce, the sweetness from the red pepper jam, the pickled onion, the honey turkey, all that, the sweetness of the brioche, all that together, so good.
So, as far as the vision for our future, we obviously want to find unique and creative ways for Knox Brew Tours and Knox Brew Hub to work together to create a space to promote our beer community as a whole. And I hope that Knox Brew Tours is going to expand as well. One of the things that we were starting to dabble in before COVID happened was more events, ticketed events like beer dinners and mystery date nights and cool stuff like that. We want to do a division called Knox Brew Adventures, which focuses on hiking, kayaking, canoeing, mountain biking, but also involves beer. So how cool would it be if you guys could basically come to Knox Brew Tours and there's a bike fitted to you, and we go up to Kate's Cove and you do a loop around Kate's Cove, you get a box lunch, on a picnic straight up, and a cooler full of local beer for the ride home. I mean, that's the kind of cool stuff that we're looking forward
Where
to.
do I sign up?
That sounds awesome.
Soon, knoxbrewtours.com. Soon we'll be launching a radio show that'll be recorded live here every Monday. It'll be interactive in that the audience will have an opportunity to ask questions to our guests live on the radio. And in addition to that, we'll be featuring a beer every episode, and that beer, everyone here will get a half pour of that beer just for being here. To be involved in the guided tasting online. That radio show will also be available the next day on our podcast. We love games here, we love music, and we love popcorn, and a lot of things that I feel like make a place like this homey and friendly and cozy. And so, I hope that our game night is packed out with people playing games, and our radio show is dedicated to people who want to explore beer and all these different kinds of things that I hope for the future. So right now we have Knox Brew Hub, which is currently operating. With the goal being the market, the sandwiches, the craft beer bar, and then we're going to set up a space too for merchandise that you'll be able to purchase Knox Brew Hub and Knox Brew Tours merchandise. The third idea, which hopefully will be launched soon, is what we're calling Knox Brew Stories.
Knox Brew Stories.
Yes. So Knox Brew Stories is going to be a website dedicated to telling the story of Knoxville beer through every medium possible. We'll have Knox Brew Radio, which will be recorded here live at the Hub every Monday. Knox Brew Podcast, which will include the radio show and additional content outside of the radio show. I also want to do a really cool podcast once a month called Beer Council, where we take craft beer experts in town and we critique beers, new regional beers coming into Knoxville.
Nice. How does one become one of these experts? I mean, I like craft beer a lot.
We've got a bunch of, and then we were thinking about, Knox Brew Podcast After Dark, where we have a few beers and then we hit record to see what happens. It's really just sort of an archive for Knoxville beer and to tell Knoxville beer story. And sure, some of that will help out Knox Brew Tours and Knox Brew Hub, but that's not the focus. I want to include other craft beer bars. I want to include breweries. I want to be inclusive as possible to everybody involved.
That's really awesome.
What other events and things do you guys do to try and pull people into this wonderful space?
Well, that is actually a more interesting question than the COVID question, because COVID is having the greatest impact on my answer to that question.
Okay.
We have not done a lot to pull people into this space because we don't want to overly encourage people to get out of their house and to be around large groups of people. We are still, as of this moment that we're recording this, we're at a 50% capacity. And so it seems counterintuitive to put a lot of effort into creating an event that we might have to tell people they can't participate in because we're in capacity. Right now we are doing emo happy hour every Monday night because I love emo music, and that's a lot of fun. Tuesday nights chess club, Wednesday nights game night, Thursdays are doing a fun run with the Eddies. But there's definitely some really fun stuff that I think in the future, like beer dinners, Girl Scout cookie pairings.
My daughter would love that since she is a Girl Scout.
Yeah.
Not the beer part of it, the cookie part.
Part of it. Yes. Yeah.
All right.
You guys want a beer?
Yes.
I'm gonna need a beer.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need a beer, and I
think
might
it's need a sandwich.
I might get a sandwich. Beer and a sandwich. Let's do this.
You're in the right place. Let's do it.
Let's go. We have had a beer or two.
Yes, we have. Had a couple of sandwiches.
Had a couple of sandwiches, and so primarily, Knox Brew Hub is a craft beer spot.
Yeah.
Primarily, that's what you're coming for. Beautiful hazy IPA, delicious. But the sandwiches, outstanding. The Bang Bang Turkey, highly recommend.
The spicy Italian was delicious. It was fire.
So, I think we got a great atmosphere here. Great people. Whether you come to the Hub or another establishment, get to know your beer tenders, get to know the people who serve you. Zack is great here. This is a great place. Highly recommend that you give it a try. We are at 421 Jackson Avenue, just about half a block or so away from beautiful Market Square in downtown Knoxville. So, highly recommend.
Come on out and try one of the Knox Brew subs. They're delicious.
Yes, Tuesday through Saturday, get those subs. If you guys think of anywhere else that you'd like us to try, please drop that down below in the comments so we can have a larger list of places to try out. We are always in the market to eat good food and meet cool people. So, like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff.
Those are the big three, yeah.
All that stuff. So, yeah. Thanks, guys. Cheers.
See you later.